fetch me some ice. Skin me a peach and save the fuzz for my pillow. Poach me a prawn, talk to me nice, you got to wine me. Anytime I'm getting hungry, peel me a grape.
I'm Laura Bonicelli, and we are cooking with Italian style. It's not always fast, it's not always easy, and it's not always Italian. We use the freshest and finest ingredients that we can find and afford, and we not only savor the meals we make, we savor making them. That is cooking with Italian style. This week, with beets straight from the farmer's market, we're making a roasted beet and walnut salad with an orange vinaigrette. So, let's get cooking. In my quest to be cooking with things from the farmer's market, we are working with beets. Beets are high in folic acid, potassium, calcium, and antioxidants, and the whole vegetable is actually edible. So what I'm going to do first is cut off the tops of these, like so. I can save these greens and saute them later with a little garlic and salt and pepper, olive oil, and they will be fabulous. But for now, we're going to be working with the bulb of the beet, and we're going to roast those. So what I started with was some walnuts. I just took about 3/4 of a cup of walnuts and put them in a 400-degree oven for about 5 minutes just to toast them. And I'm going to set these in a bag in the fridge for later, and I'm going to get an apron on and we'll start working with our beets. So here's the thing about beets. They will stain anything they come in contact with, including you. So notice I am wearing gloves, and I'm using an acrylic board so that that doesn't stain. If I did it on my wooden board, it would be nice and bright red by the time I was done. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is cut off the top end and the root end, and then take a vegetable peeler and just work my way around to get rid of the skin. By the way, speaking of those tops, the beets are related to chard. They're in the chard family. So that's why the tops look a lot like a chard, and that's why you can eat them. Okay, so I'm just going to keep doing this with all the rest of these, and then we will cut them up and get them roasting. This is a beautiful vegetable. You can see when you slice into it that it has these gorgeous striations, almost like burled wood. It's just beautiful. So the best way to do this is to cut it into thirds, get everything flat so it's not rolling around, much safer that way. And then just dice it into about 3/4 of an inch to 1 inch cubes, like that. Throw it into your pan, just like so. And again, it's just really good to get that round vegetable cut and laying flat as fast as you can, so it's just easier. So I'll finish this up, and then I'm going to get a clean pair of gloves on and we will dress our beets. So clean gloves. What I love about roasting vegetables is it brings out all that sugar. So these are going to be like candy sweet and so yummy. So we'll start with a little olive oil. We're going to just drizzle olive oil all over these like that, and then sprinkle with kosher salt and some freshly ground cracked pepper. And now here's the reason for the gloves. I'm just going to get my hands in here and just spread these around. This gives me an opportunity too to just make sure these are all separated, and I want them in a nice single layer. These are going to go into my toaster oven, which is my favorite place to roast vegetables, 425 degrees for about 20 minutes. I have 4 tablespoons of orange juice in this bowl, and I am just zesting, and that's just the orange part only. You don't want to go into the pith. 1 orange right into that liquid, like that. Just a little bit more. And then to that, I'm adding 4 tablespoons of red wine vinegar. Okay, good. Right in there. And then about 1/3 of a cup, maybe 3½ tablespoons olive oil. And then I'm just going to season that with a little salt and a little pepper. This is our dressing, so we're just going to whisk it right up. I'm going to give that a little taste, see how it turned out. I think a little more salt. Great. Okay, set that aside. And I can smell my beets roasting in the background. Then we're going to just take this orange and we're going to peel it all the way around, right down to the flesh. And this is going to go into our salad. But we don't want that pith, so we're going to make sure that we're going to the flesh. Maybe I'll do that over my bowl so I can catch some of that lovely juice. All the way down. I'm going to cut the end off of that. And then I'm just going to cut this into nice slices, and that'll be part of my salad. And I'm going to do the same thing with the other orange, but I'm not using the zest from this one. Zest of only one orange. Great. Now, as soon as our beets are done roasting, we can put our salad together. My beets were done in exactly 20 minutes, and I just popped them into the fridge to chill them down for the salad. So to put the salad together, we're going to start with some beautiful mixed greens. I'm just going to form a bed with them on my plate. I'll tell you what, this salad is all about color. Look at those beautiful greens. Okay, so those are there, and then I chopped up a little red onion. I like the color of that too, but I also love the flavor just a little bit, just to give it a little oniony goodness, like so. Then on top of that, my orange slices. I think I'll use 3 in this case. And then right in the center, I'm going to put my beautiful, now a deep kind of garnet colored roasted beets. Right in the center there. I'll tell you what, if you don't like beets, you will like these. Not kidding. Beautiful. Okay, now I'm just going to quick stir up my dressing a little bit to make sure that I get the vinegar in there, which tends to settle to the bottom. And I can smell all that orange goodness, and that just drizzle right over the top, making sure that I get some on my beets and my oranges and my greens. Great. And then on top of that, some of my toasted walnuts, which will give a nice crunch to finish this off. There we have it. Isn't that gorgeous? I really hope you enjoy making my roasted beet and walnut salad with orange vinaigrette and cooking with Italian style. Thanks Park Boutique for the great wardrobe, and buon appetito!